Hey, so I just wanted to share with you guys some of the different tools and resources that are available that you guys really need to take advantage of and use as you're getting started in your journey or continuing on in your journey. Whether or not this is your first go at it, it doesn't matter because you're going to constantly need to use the resources and tools that are out there in order to stay consistent and to see success along your journey. So obviously, you're watching this from your phone probably, and so thankfully there's so many different apps that are out there that allow us to stay on top of our goals and stay on top of our tracking and different things like that. So one of the best apps obviously is the My Challenge Tracker app. You guys, there's a lot of really neat features. Hopefully you've already watch the tutorial video and are caught up on how to use it. Just take the time to explore the app, really fill out your profile to the best that you can, and check it often. Go back, reread your goal, reread why you're doing this, and make the changes necessary as you're going along the journey, because the more you change, the more your goals are going to change. And so you've really got to stay up on writing things down and what your goals are. Another great app that I love to use for recording my nutrition, especially when I'm using the Portion Fix containers, is the 21 Day Tracker app. Obviously, you don't have to be doing the 21 Day Fix program, but that's what the name of the app is called, and it's a great app that you can log in when you've eaten a certain container, and then it shows you what you have left, which if you're a visual learner or just do well with seeing things that way, it is fantastic. Another great app with your nutrition is the MyFitnessPal. So MyFitnessPal is awesome because not only can you log like what kind of workout you did or how many calories you burned during your workout, if you're monitoring, wearing a heart rate monitor type thing, and logging your foods, is that it lets you log your water as well, and it also has a huge database of restaurants. So just because you're on this journey of becoming healthy doesn't mean that you have to isolate yourself or stay in all the time and never go out and enjoy a social life at restaurants, because let's be realistic, that's not going to happen. And then we don't want anybody to like beat themselves up or throw on the guilt for going out and indulging or going out with their friends and not having thought about things, and so they overate or they didn't eat well. Like, that's a vicious cycle to get yourself in. So thankfully, with an app like MyFitnessPal that has so many restaurants in there, you can search the restaurant and find the actual meal from the menu that you're wanting to eat and see the nutritional breakdown of it. And this is a great tool to utilize beforehand. Most of us know the restaurant that we're going to before we actually get there. So if you just take the 5 minutes to look over the menu before you get there and find something that fits within your meal plan, then your mind's already made up. Then you don't have to sit there and watch everyone else around you ordering all this other food that maybe you really want to have, but really is not on plan and is going to derail you from making progress in your goals, because you've already made your mind up. And so it's a lot easier, especially mentally, when it comes to going out and being social, to take advantage of the MyFitnessPal app with restaurants. Another great app, if you like more of like a pie chart, there's an app called iHydrate, and that's a really fun app that kind of lets you incorporate your water, whether it's strictly from water or if it's from milk or juice or coffee or whatever. Like, they've got all these different options that you can go in and log what it is that you drink, and you set your goal. And I have an Apple Watch, and so I have reminders that go off throughout the day, and then I just look down at my wrist and it says like it's time to take a drink, and it's really helpful. It'll still send you reminders whether you have a watch or not. You can just have them go off on your phone. But I really like that, because a lot of times when I think I'm hungry, the truth is I'm thirsty and my body just needs water. So that's a really beneficial app that's going to help you hit your water goal, because you need to be drinking half your body weight in ounces per day, and probably even more than that if you're doing like really high intense workouts. Sorry, that was just a little side note. Another great tool that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the scale. I know, the dreaded scale. It's awful, and I really actually hate it. But it does have an important role in the fact of helping you see your progress. Should you get on the scale every single day? Heck no. Absolutely not. Because it doesn't matter. And especially as women, our weight fluctuates day by day and throughout the whole month with our cycles, with, hormones and all those things. Like, it's ridiculous to weigh yourself every single day. So please don't. But as you're starting out on this journey, take your weight when you're starting out. Don't weigh yourself more than once a week. In fact, I would say, this is beginning and end of the challenge is perfect. You really don't need to focus on the number on the scale, because the number on the scale doesn't define who you are. It's just telling you what your body mass is. That's it. But I will say, one of my favorite tools to use to see progress is the measuring tape. And I think a lot of people don't think about this, but I just have to share with you, when I did my first, I did Insanity Max 30 after I had my third baby, and I did the whole program. I wasn't perfect on the nutrition, but I did the whole workout program and followed the nutrition plan as best as I could. And I only lost 5 pounds. I was super discouraged. And you guys, if I had only weighed myself, I'll tell you what, even though I felt amazing, I was letting that number define the hard work that I put into this. And that is just not okay. Thankfully, I took my body measurements and I lost 14 inches total all over the body. You guys, it was such a pat on the back for myself, because it just goes to show that the hard work was paying off. It was just showing in a different way. So please, 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 as you're starting out in a new program or a new challenge group, take your body measurements, okay? And write them down. Don't just take them and think. The MyFitnessPal allows you to input your measurements in the profile section or the progress section. So you can write it there. You can write it in a journal if you don't want anyone else to see it. I don't care where it goes. You just need to do it. The other thing that you guys need to do is take before photos. So the great thing with Beachbody is, to add a little incentive, is they have the Beachbody Challenge. And so you can send in, when you're finished with this group and you're finished with your program and you have your before and after pictures, you can send those in with a little description of what you thought of the program, and they'll send you a free shirt for the program it was that you completed, which is pretty cool. It's kind of fun to kind of accrue the collection of t-shirts. But more importantly than a free t-shirt is being able to see the progress that you make that you might not see on a scale, that maybe you won't even see that much in the measuring tape. But photos don't lie. And when you're taking those before photos, make sure that you're wearing something that you're comfortable with sharing with other people, because you might not see a lot of difference, because unfortunately we tend to focus on like the big area that we're not the most happy with. And so that's where we kind of zone in on, but other people might be able to see different things. And that's why it's so important to let your coach that invited you to this group to see your progress photos and to see your profile, because this is a non-judgment zone. And your coach is here because they care about you. And we want, as coaches, we want you guys to have success, and we want to help you find the victories that you are having that sometimes we just can't see ourselves. So take your before photos. Something fitted and tight so that you can see the shape of your body. You don't want to wear anything big and baggy. Take your before photos, and then you're going to take your after photos. Try to wear the same outfit in your after and stand in the same poses, with the less junky the background, the better, because then you can see everything a little bit better. Anyways, I'm sure you guys can all figure that out as far as the photos go, but I promise those tools are really going to be so useful for you along your journey, and they're going to help you stay consistent and motivated. And we'll share more things along the way that can help, but that's just a few to get you guys started. And actually, there's one more thing that's very important. And I'm saving the best for last, and I'm so glad I didn't almost forget. Words of affirmation. So I've been talking to you guys a lot about writing things down. We're logging our food every day. We're meal planning every week. There's just things that are creating habits, right? These are things that are going to create habits in your life that soon it'll just be run of the mill, and it won't take a lot of extra time. Well, one of those things that you need to start doing is writing words of affirmation. And if you don't know what that is, it is speaking to yourself. So whether you do it first thing in the morning and have that be the first positive thoughts that come into your mind, whether it be while you're getting ready for the day and looking at yourself in the mirror, you're going to repeat, let's say 5. Everybody write down 5 words of affirmation that you're going to repeat to yourself every single day. And I'm not saying say it to yourself in your head. You need to say it out loud. You need to talk to you. Okay? So for an example, some of my affirmations that I've been having lately are, I am strong. My body is capable of more than being looked at. I am beautiful and I am kind. And I can do hard things. So, it does feel a little weird to say those at first, especially if you've never done them before, but I can promise you the more you say it, the more you're going to believe it. And that's really what this is all about, you guys. This is about finding ourselves and finding the best version of ourselves. And that includes taking the time to do what it takes. And that sounds kind of silly, but it's true. So apply that. That's the homework, okay? You need to come up with 5 affirmations that you're going to repeat to yourself every single day for this challenge. And obviously tune it, get the apps and things that you want to use that'll help you on your journey as well. So comment below with your 5 affirmations if you're willing to share. And if you don't want to share those publicly, then just comment that you did it. Okay? All right, I can't wait. I can't believe that day 1 is almost here, and I'm super excited to go on this journey with you guys. Thanks for hanging in there, and I know this is long, so I appreciate you sticking through to the end. Bye.